Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and Merry Christmas or Christmas Eve for those who celebrate, and a happy holidays to those who do not. Today we are building an apartment in The Sims 4 themed around kind of the idea of Santa Claus. So this is kind of where I imagined he would live. We've got a nice little short build here for you guys, and then we have a couple more before the new year kicks in. I'm actually doing this voiceover very close to when it's actually going to be posted, so that's fun and interesting. I never do that. I mean, I recorded this a while ago, but I am doing the voiceover literally, and I just got out for Christmas break, and so fun things all around, excuse me. But yeah, we're building this apartment in The Sims 4 kind of themed around the idea that Santa Claus lives here. I did this kind of weird thing with the flooring in the bedroom because it's so weird. I mean, it's not so weird, it's just so annoying that in these apartments in San Myshuno, we're in the 2A Jasmine Suites one, I believe, but any of them might kind of have that like bay window shape. It's not really a bay window, but like it's like a bay window XL. I don't know. That half tile is it's always so finicky with how it will like lay the flooring. And you'll see in the build I'm going to post, not on Sunday, but next Wednesday. I have a similar one I'm building, not in the same exact apartment, but I really do like building in these Spice District apartments. But I do that same exact thing, and I just cover it with a rug in that one. But in this one, I figured I'd kind of do like a fun, like checkered-ish, I'm sure there's a better word for it, kind of pattern. But I kind of wanted it to be, I don't know, I feel like so many like old apartments are like a little bit more closed off, and I wanted to do that, but also the kitchen, dining, and living room are all like one big room, so it's a little bit more closed off, but not quite as much. I have some archways here in the landing. Oh my god, it is so dry. It's also like weirdly warm out. It's like 45 degrees. I took my dog for a walk and like was just in a long sleeve. Like, I'm sorry, it's Christmas Eve tomorrow in the Midwest, and I can take my dog for a walk in a long sleeve. That's kind of scary. But right now we're kind of doing what is this called though? Decorating. I was gonna say decorating the office, which I mean we kind of are. I put up the map. I imagine that's kind of like him planning out his route, and he has a computer. This is a really old fancy leather chair. I also did that spiral circle rug. That is one that I was also inspired to use because I had just watched Little Simsy's like ranking rugs video, and that's when she like said she never uses because she hates the pattern of it. I'm like, I don't hate it that much, so I was inspired to use it. That's kind of one good thing, but like watching other Sims YouTubers content, it kind of inspires you to do. And I don't think I ever fixed the shower now that I'm like watching it. I ended up putting the walls down, but the shower is clipping into the wall, but it's okay. It's going to be functional. It's just going to have a visual clip. And then I pulled out a lot of clutter now that we're in the bathroom. Anyway, but as I was saying, ADHD brain in full force today. Yeah, now I'm just like, what was I even saying? Exactly. But yeah, it's Christmas break. I'm so excited to have this time off away from the students. I get 12 lovely days off before I get to go back, and we get to do a little bit of studying before semester test time, which will be fun and interesting and totally not at all like feel atrocious. And here I thought for a second I was going to just do a wall light in the bathroom, but the wall lights in The Sims are atrocious and awful. And so I did a wall light, and then I also did a ceiling light. And then we're going into the kitchen where I like fiddle around with like the size that I want for forever. This kitchen is very small. I like thought about moving it, and then I'm like, no, that's like too big. I don't know. Maybe I should have made the bathroom like smaller. I don't know. I don't do this, these apartments very often just because they are very narrow. They're like awkward shapes. And then they also have, is it tall walls? It's at least medium height walls, and I do not enjoy decorating with medium height walls. So that's like another reason I do not frequently use these apartments. But they're fun nonetheless. I really love a good apartment build. But yeah, I don't know what to talk about now. I'm just kind of finishing up I finished up finally decided on the kitchen layout. I used the stove and refrigerator that came with Cottage Living. I like always use those ones for some reason. And I don't know why. We have like a whole bunch of them, but I feel like none of them are like a classic enough kitchen set for me to be like, yes, this is what it needs. I also use this appliance cart as kind of like an island. The appliance cart comes from Adventures Await, and I did this cute little tea kettle. And then I put up some decorations in the windows. I also put up starlights again. I just did that in my elf build. I can link that build for you guys as well. All my little holiday builds. I did an elf themed apartment. I did the gingerbread themed house, and then I have this Santa Claus one. And I believe those are all my holiday themed ones. But I also put a hot pot on the dining room table. I thought that'd be kind of awesome, like nice cozy food. I also made it look like he is making cookies, which I think is so kind of funny. Like, he's just making cookies for himself. He's like, I gotta get back into the swing of the things of the diet, and it's just him making cookies. But yeah, I don't even know what else there is to talk about. Life's not terrible right now, and I guess that's a good thing. Maybe I'm just positive because I'm finally having a break from work, which is simultaneously a good and a bad thing, and we'll see how it goes. Here I'm putting the twinkle lights up that I said I was putting up forever ago. But yeah, and here we're gonna try to figure out where I am like, oh crap, I feel like it's not decorated enough. So I put up these fun garlands, some little banners. I have no idea how Santa's getting those up there. I don't know if he has a stepladder or what. And here I'm like, oh, I'll put this Christmas tree back here. And I'm like, there's actually no room for that. And I'm like, oh, maybe if I size it down. And I'm like, oh, that looks tiny, but I'm like, oh, fine with it. And then I use this gigantic fireplace, and I like have the smallest like little sofa that I put on front of it, and then I move that Christmas tree over there, thankfully. But I use this couch that comes in My First Pet Stuff. I used to use this one probably more often than I did now to kind of make that sectional look. It's like one of the only ones that looks good when you place it like that. But then we got like the sectionals from Dream Home Decorator, so I don't do that as often anymore. Another rug that came from Little Simsy's rug video. I feel like her doing that just like showed me how many rugs there are that I don't use, which is honestly really good of her because I never think to use like any of those. And then once again, going around putting up more Christmas decor, I put up a lovely little thing right there. And then we go in to do the bedroom. And I do have like a little utility closet. I didn't realize that there was the like electrical box in this apartment, but there is. And I just have that in a room with drywall and concrete floors because I completely forgot it existed. And then I finished my build and I was like, well, you know what? It kind of tracks, so it's fine. Oh, and I guess the hallway too. So there's a little bit left. It just is like in one section on like my video editor. So I'm like, oh, there's not that much left, but it is like a 2-minute section. So that would make sense. But yeah, life is... I don't know, I probably sound a lot less negative, which is probably good. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Therapy, probably. But I use a base game bed. I'm pretty sure I used a really expensive... Oh, there's me discovering that. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that bassinet before. This base game bed, some furniture, yeah, just some good old stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to download this build, all the information will be in the description box below and how you can find it on the gallery. And yeah, thank you all for sticking around and watching me build this build. Yes, cute, fun. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.